Ash and JD, they're the host, talking real, they're not like most. Podcasting fun with a side of wit, get ready, cause you won't wanna quit. They bring the laughs, they bring the noise, sharing stories of their crazy joys. From deep discussions to silly tales, the Real Talking podcast never fails. Grab your headphones, get ready to groove. Ash and JD will make your mood improve. Banter that's witty and oh so sly. Their chemistry's electric, you can't deny.
How are we all doing, everyone? Welcome back to the Real Talking Pod with your hosts, Ash and JD. Now, since we did forget the back phone last week, the Real Talking Hotline, which was my fault, I did apologise for it last week. Don't forget, sending your text messages, your WhatsApps and all that, 07470 488 096. All of them are appreciated. And so I will get straight onto them. I won't give all of them straight away because they will tie on. There's a couple tying into each other.
Okay.
Because there's investments, but yeah, we'll start off. So I do have to apologise to Abs because so not last week, the week before, we had the teaser that it was Hooters weekend.
Oh yes,
for the boys.
Oui.
For James Buckley and his mates. So Abs was like, Hooters, woo, all excited for it. And then because, I'd let her down, she says, JD, I can't believe you're making us wait another week for the Hooters story. So apologies, it was my fault. We've just been having a chat off air, and off air, but not on the radio, off the pod. In real life. It's been another long week again, and struggling and tired, but we're here for you. We're still here to do the real talking. So I'm not going to let you wait any longer anyway, Abs, and all the other die-hard listeners. So we have got what happened.
Right. Now, are you going to build this up to anyone that maybe don't know the story of this, just so they get a perspective? Let's just build up a little bit. Let's make them wait a bit more.
Yeah, for the new listeners, new subscribers, don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Follow, like it, share it, all that jazz. It does you no harm and it does us the world of good. You got to sharing's caring. Share the love, share the pod. Brief history about this James Buckley. So Ryan messaged us originally saying his mate thinks he can pull one of the waitresses or a hostess. I don't know what's PC for that term.
Yeah.
No, for job title.
Maybe it's a bit of both. Maybe because.
What again? The Hooters hire male staff. Apart from say a bartender. Do they have men walking around with the one top and the little hot orange hot pants, hot shorts? What I don't know, orange short things on.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I hope not, because you just see the little booties from it. But the thing I always remember from Hooters is after movies when they used to just put the beer down the top.
Yeah, wet t-shirt competition sort of thing, wasn't it?
And I doubt that they do that anymore, especially over here. But yeah, so I would maybe let's go waitress then.
Yeah, so because if it is just women, then surely it's not offensive to say Hooters waitress.
No, just go with that.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm bothered. I don't give a shit if I offend anyone. So, asked us what our views was. So we said, it sounds like he's a James Buckley, which is the lad from the In-Betweeners. They've been back and forth to Hooters a couple of times, trying to egg him on. The last information we did have was that James Buckley ended up going home with a 3 a.m.er, which is, the last of the pickings at the end of the night.
It's 10 to 3.
Yeah.
It's what we call on the trade 10 to 3 girls.
Yeah.
You've had all night.
Trade in
the in the trade, it's 10 to 3. You've got no luck. You've got 10 minutes to try your luck, and and that's where you go, and that's where you call a 10 to 3 girl.
Yeah.
That you can't be picky.
No, because I was just about to say it's kind of a ironic term when you say slim pickings, and usually they're not so slim.
They're not so slim. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, though. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, then the other week Ryan did say that this weekend was Hooters weekend. Right.
There we go.
Now everyone's up to date.
Everyone knows what's been going on.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they kept track of it because we was all over the place. Which that's what they know what they're coming for.
They fucking love it, mate.
Absolutely. It's just real talk. So, again, this wasn't last week. It was the week before when he did text me this. Howdy, lads. Just recovered from the hangover of my life. All worth it, though, with all the laughs that we had at James Buckley in Hooters. From the off, we were egging him on to keep up the pace drinking. So that makes it sound like he's a bit like you. Doesn't like to down a bev.
Yeah, but we've established that I can outdrink you.
On glasses of water, yeah?
No. But anyway,
because point for point, we've gone over this before. What? Point for point means alcohol, not pint of water to my pint of alcohol.
Look, all I'm saying is, when we done it, you went to bed.
Yeah, at the end of the night. Yeah.
Right.
But just because you was hydrating. Anyway, so he can't keep up. So they've told him he's got to keep up the pace. So yeah. Then when the moment was prime, we went to Hooters to find the lovely lady on shift. All hands on deck. We knew the drill, so more drinks and an order of food whilst piling on the pressure. Unfortunately, during this time, he completely bottled it. So we readied ourselves for all the terrorising. Unknown to me, though, one of the lads had a cheeky chat while popping to the toilet. So as the check came, there was a little note saying that she was going to finish at 11 and will be in Ink Bar with some friends. So, yeah, fair play. The lad's trying to wing him in there. So, yeah, look, my mate over there, that one, in there, on it, what you saying, Bab? And so she's left a little note. So, where was we? Immediately, the table erupted with cheers, and off we marched. More drinks, and James was visibly nervous and started to blacken a bit now.
He's talked a good game, but can he walk the good game?
After about an hour, we've seen her walk in and straight over to my other mate, let's call him Dean, and they started chatting. Complete mixed emotions of shame, anger, and sadness was all over James's face, but he kept his cool. Cool enough to manage to sneak off and pull yet another 3 a.m. lady at 12:30.
Oh, he went early.
Yeah, he's gone earlier than last time as well, because I think it was. It said around 1 a.m. last time. So he's consistent.
Yeah,
consistent. He's obviously got some game. If he's he's still going to chat him up before the end of the night. So he's doing well enough. Can't knock him. We saw him wander out of the club with her, and away he went. So we told the group of ladies what the crack was. All had a great laugh at his expense, and all had a great time together. Winky emoji.
So what are you taking from the winky emoji, mate?
I think they all went back and had a big gangbang.
Right. Well, kids do anything nowadays.
Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't at someone's mother's house. Because, if that was my kids coming back for a big fucking sex orgy, I'd be a bit pissed off.
And if you was James Buckley, how would you come back from this, mate? You've talked the game. you didn't walk the game, and then now your mates took over the match for you.
Well, I think he's bit the bullet a bit too quick. So if she's turned up about 11:30ish going off of that, and then he's seen that
She's a
Dean or Dan, whatever,
Dean.
Dean. If he's seen Dean speaking to her, then surely it should be like, hang on, what's going on here, Dean? You know that fucking I like her. What's going on? Just have a quick chat, little sidebar. Oh mate, come to the bar with me. Let's get the drinks in. Then just say what's going on.
Yeah, quick
So
game plan.
he should have fucking asked, just to see what's going on. Because again, as far as he knows, he could have been trying to wing him in, but he hasn't done, and he's just started talking, hasn't he? But as I say, fair play. He's still fair enough. It's not his like prime number one target.
He didn't strike out.
No, he's still managed to get some at the end of the night. But yeah, he's just jumped the gun too quick, I think. Yeah, I mean, the next day, obviously, so Ryan was hanging. I think that was Monday morning after the Hooters weekend that his message log. So yeah, it's a long old hangover.
Yeah.
Which is quite surprising. I mean, Ryan's a good bit younger than us, so he shouldn't be having a
He
hangover
said
for a
it's the
couple of
worst
days.
hangover of his life, so there must have been a few beers involved.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe there was a bit of an after party or something then.
There was definitely a bit of afters about something, mate.
Yeah. Plenty of
And
winks
James
going on
weren't
there.
invited.
Yeah, but he got his afters there, didn't he? He got his
He
afters.
He did.
Just not with the lady of his choice.
Just yeah.
So yeah, give us the context of what you did then, Rob.
Yeah, a bit more. Yeah, we always ask for more details.
Yeah, we want to know what
the
you and the
winky
rest of the
face is
boys
open to
got up to.
interpretation.
Yeah. Then was her group of mates all females, or was it some of she, dems, he, dems, other pronouns? Any of them? There's no judging on any of that. Which, yeah, I'll jump onto that in a minute. But yeah, give us more details on that. We do like to know.
And thank you for keeping us updated. As you have been doing so.
Yeah.
But if you just give us a bit more details, it'd be absolutely perfect. But thanks for your email.
Yeah, and hopefully, Abs, that's been suffice enough for you. It was worth the wait of a couple of weeks.
It is funny though, and we've all been waiting for James to make his move, and obviously it's funny how you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
Huh?
Yeah, but maybe it was just because he had his chance and he did completely bottle it then, and that's why he snuck off. Maybe he didn't want to have that confrontation with Dean and just say, "Hang on, mate, this is mine."
But maybe they did. Maybe he went up to Dean and Dean was like, "Nah, she's on me, mate." And he's like, "All right," and that's why he's obviously went with the 10-3. Maybe his clock was a bit fast, mate.
Yeah, he hasn't put him back in March now. That cracks me up. With the vans, not my van because I did mine straight away. But I'm trying to read the time in the other lad's van the other day, and they haven't changed it when the clock's changed and that long. So I'm I shouldn't have to be doing math just to tell what the time is.
Quick math.
Yeah. So I just kept putting my phone out instead. But yeah, since I just went a bit controversial again with my slip of the tongue. So because I've done these mad hours this week and that, I've managed to watch the program on Netflix, Baby Reindeer.
Right. I haven't watched it. I've seen the trailer for it.
So I wouldn't spoil it because obviously it's only just been out for like a week anyway. But yeah, there's bits in that where it involves like a transgender person and that. But because it's all based on a true story as well. So the main character, the lead actor,
the male is the male. It happened to in real life.
Yeah, which I don't know. Say about 10 years ago, something like that, it happened, and I can't. I don't know what the name of the program was, but yeah, it's slamming a lot of people, and so he's changed names and stuff of like the characters from the real life people. But that's all I've seen on fucking TikTok is they've found out who the producer is from such and such program and who the woman is that was doing the stalking and that, and
Okay.
fucking yeah, they've been posting naming and shaming and that. Look, fucking yeah, it's but really is worth the watch.
Mm.
I did manage to watch the first two episodes of. I know it's fucking going back a while now, like, but quite on set.
Oh, okay.
I felt like they peaked on episode one. That's why I haven't gone out of my way to carry on
Okay.
watching the rest of the
Yeah.
episodes, like because the second episode. Don't get me wrong, there was still enough in it to keep me watching, but yeah, I think they just did
Mm.
peak on episode one. I know they kind of got to do it in an order, but then again, I don't know if
Yeah, I
it
think
is
they've got
kind
to
of
like peak, bring you back down, then climb up, and I
yeah.
suppose to keep.
I will get round to watching the end of it, but then again, I still haven't even watched the rest of WrestleMania.
I watched Fallout.
It's on
Right.
my list. I've not watched it yet.
Okay. No,
Again,
I
I've
don't
never
play.
played the game.
No, and this is why I thought, because I never played Last of Us, the
Mm.
computer game. Really enjoyed that TV series.
I'd only ever watched other like YouTube videos of
Yeah,
people playing The
playing it.
Last of Us,
Right.
but yeah, never played it myself.
Okay. So same with Fallout. I've never played it, so it was interesting to know the story of
Mm.
what the game's about. But I got a question for you.
Mm.
If you could make any computer game into a movie or TV series, which one would it be? Because it
Mm.
seems like a good idea now. Because it's obviously the story's being told
Yeah,
in a game platform that's just easy to create, so you don't have to think. No, it's just getting that ideology and putting into a TV series, just making sure it all matches up.
yeah. I think with a lot of the newer games, it's a lot of them are already movies in themselves anyway.
Mm.
You know, the likes of the Kingdom Hearts and that, which that would be a good
So
one.
when I thought I was, because I knew, like, I was going to ask you this question that, well, I knew I was going to ask you because I know I was going to talk about
Yeah.
Fallout. But yeah, I thought, how great would it be for them to do like a Kingdom Hearts TV series?
As a TV series, yeah.
Yes,
Um,
but also not a PG one. It's like 15, so it's a bit dark.
yeah, see, now I was chatting with one of the other lads the other day. I preferred it. So, have you watched Invincibles on Amazon, the cartoon of superheroes?
Yes,
So,
season one.
yeah, I've only watched 2 episodes of season two, I think. But I remember watching episode one of that, and within the first couple of minutes, there's swearing, there's blood
Yeah,
splatters all over the place. And I was like, this is what we need. We're adults. We
yeah,
still want to watch cartoons because we're still childish on the inside, but we need this mature content. And yeah, so stuff like that, it's prime for us, but that's what we need. So yeah, so I think the likes of Kingdom Hearts and that, because you've got a lot of movie transitions in them, so
yes,
it's easy to do it, but we've already got that
yeah.
story anyway.
And obviously, if you have an actual character playing Sora, and then have the other people as CGI, so they look in their Disney character form, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, when I was watching Fallout, I was like, I need to do Kingdom Hearts because there's so much stories you can branch off and
Well,
tell.
yeah, you know, there's 3 games of it, and the number 4's in development as well.
Yes,
Um,
but it takes you not only to the Disney characters, but it takes you to Final Fantasy characters.
yeah, which again there could be spin-offs then as
Yeah.
well, couldn't there? You
So
know,
I just like I was watching it, I was like, I'm not sure this question on this pod, and the first thing that came to my head was Kingdom Hearts.
yeah. I mean, there's lots of them. You know, again, because a lot of the Final Fantasies, the ones that actually do have good stories. So, you know, Seven's been done several times with Advent Children. I can't think of the other names, but there's a couple of little movies for number 7. The storyline on 10, that's good as well. But as I say, that's a lot of movie stuff already in it, so you wouldn't really need it. That is a good question.
Yeah, but maybe some of the listeners could tell us what computer game they would make into a movie or TV series.
Yeah, send them in. Either
Yeah.
send them on the text and WhatsApps on the Real Talking hotline, 07470 488 096, or ping them on the email, realtalkingpod@gmail.com. Links are always in the description as well, anyway. So if you can't understand our accents fully, just have a little scroll down underneath where you click onto the podcast, and it's all there. It's all there, ready for you. Just click it and go. While you're there, don't forget, if you are new, just follow. We do appreciate it. We do need it. I mean, the possibilities endless, isn't it?
Yeah, because the story's already there. So that's what I was thinking. So in terms of a story, it's there. So you don't need the story. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't
I
need to
know what
write
you're
the
saying.
story. It just
Yeah.
needs to be produced.
Because I watched, again, I know it's been out for a long time now, but One Piece on Netflix. So again, there's already the anime, and there's like 200 seasons of that. And then I hadn't watched any of it, the anime. Watched the live action on Netflix, and then started watching. I think I watched the first season of the anime, but I just run out of time. Just fucking forget about it, and then I'm on to something else. One that I'm surprised now I'm thinking about it that I haven't done a live action of is Naruto.
Yes, I've only ever watched a few episodes,
Again,
but
there's like
yeah,
fucking 10,000 episodes. So if I was to try and go back to carry on, well, try and figure out where I'd stop watching it and then fucking carry on from there. If not, I'd have to start from the beginning. I've probably got to like 200 odd episodes originally anyway, and God knows. But so I'm surprised I haven't done that one yet then, since that's a popular trend now.
because I did it with Pokemon. Obviously, they made
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
the second one's coming out soon as well.
Yes. So, I think
I don't know if it's coming out soon. It's definitely in production
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Well, while we're on that, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, Wolverine.
Oh, the trailer.
Yeah,
Yes.
it smashed all sorts of records.
Has you really?
Yeah, most watched fucking trailer ever and all this. Within literally like an hour, it was fucking
Serious?
billions of views within like an hour. Something stupid.
All right.
I didn't even know that it was dropping. It was just
No.
while I was fucking standing in line, literally to get a coffee, just had a quick flick on Facebook and it was there straight away. And I was like, oh, trailer. And I was thinking it was just going to be like a 30-second teaser, like a Super Bowl advert or
Yeah.
something. But I clicked it and I'm literally standing there just fucking watching it for 3 minutes. I was like, fucking yes.
Look, just from the trailer, I'm like, this has a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, soundtrack. Again, I've only watched it once, but the little Easter eggs in it. Seeing the giant Ant-Man mask, which that puts it so far into the future on the comic book references, because there's literally a series where Ant-Man has died in his giant form, and so his body's there for fucking years and years, just decaying, and it ends up being called like Ant-Man Hill, something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, since his mask is giant, and it looks like there's a face in the mask as well. So Paul Rudd, he's dead apparently. There's talks that Henry Cavill, who was Superman, is a variant of Logan as well. So there's one bit where it's Wolverine, but he's not facing him, and so they're saying, "Oh, yeah, that's Henry Cavill, obviously," and this and that. So
yeah,
it's
It comes
I
out
can't
July,
wait.
doesn't it? It comes out pretty soon.
Yeah,
It's not too far.
soon. So I'm desperate for that to come out now. To be fair, but yeah, it's just exciting.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good film.
Yeah,
It looks like, I mean,
it's gotta be.
when Spider-Man brought obviously the other two Spider-Mans back, that was great to see that. So it'd be good to see Wolverine, especially in the yellow garment as well.
Yeah, the old comic book
Yeah.
style costume. Yeah, it's got to be good because we've how much it was built up over the 1 and 2. You can't with how many films there is over the years. When the first one smashed it out of the park, then the second one's overhyped and then it's shit. Deadpool 2 wasn't. I still thought it held on its own. It was a good enough film. So I feel I've got good hopes for it. Sure I won't be let down. But did you see Ryan Reynolds little birthday tribute to um, Rob McElhenney.
No, no, no.
So it was his birthday last week on the same day that the Titanic set sail as well. So he says he sent out an exhibition team to find some Wrexham lager that was on the Titanic. Unfortunately, they couldn't find none. So, but while they were there, they found fucking the portrait of his grandfather or whatever it was, and it's drawn like fucking draw me like one of your French girls
Yeah.
style. So it's just Rob fucking there, topless, fucking man throw on the go and that, and then it just blurs out as it gets to his cock and that. Fucking, he is funny. Like, I'm sure he's got a good team around him to help him do stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right thinking about doing that, and then obviously
Yeah,
the
it's a
team
lot of it.
obviously have
Yeah,
to go and do that.
but yeah, he just seems like such a nice bloke, doesn't he? Really?
Oh, because that's the other thing. I don't know if you've seen, going back to the Deadpool trailer, one of the Wrexham players is meant to be an extra in it.
Yeah. So I didn't see who it was, but
Palmer, the striker, his name's Palmer.
was that the one that got injured?
I, I don't know. I mean, they've all probably been injured at some point, but
It was like,
he's the tall striker with the beard.
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, again, I didn't see him in the trailer, but I saw comments and because Ryan come out and says yes to all you Eagle Eye people, whatever. It is one of the Wrexham players. So I think a few of them are meant to be in it as well, across the course of the film. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid because I've seen the likes of that, you know, saying that the Wrexham players in it and this and that. I'm trying to avoid seeing too much about it now because I don't want to see spoilers and that.
Yeah.
So I don't like that too much.
Yeah. So
Not for films I really want to watch anyway.
So I did that for Spider Man. You know, when the other two Spider-Mans come into it.
Yeah.
And took the dog around to my mum's. So we're going to the movies. She went, what are you watching? I went, Spider-Man. She went, yeah, that's the one where everyone comes back to it. My friend told me. And I'm like, why have we just, like, literally,
Yeah. It cracks me up, that shit does.
just told me. Yeah, just told
no
me.
need, no need for it. God, it's, again, I was on about this earlier with one of the other lads. It's like when you're watching a film together. I don't know if your partner does it, but mine does it too much. So, like, it's something that both of you haven't watched, and then it's the constant comments. Oh, do you think such and such is going to happen? Do you think they did it? Or do you think they're about to die? Or I think this is going to happen. I don't know. We're going to watch and see it together. Right? So that's annoying as it is. But then when they watch something, I'll watch this bit. Look, this is going to happen now. All right, let me watch it. I'll find out when I see it.
No, that would be annoying.
It is annoying, mate. Fucking trust me. God, that's why it's a shame that domestic violence is frowned upon these days. Sometimes you just need it. A little backhander.
Put some talcum powder on that, mate.
See if that'll just spit on it. It's a good job we can't get cancelled, any.
Yeah.
We're immune to it. So, leading on from that anyway, there was something else that I did want to bring up. So, in typical fashion, we had St George's Day the other day. No one knows about it in general. I didn't know because it was as we was on the way back from one of the exhibition shows. It was the other. Actually, it was on the radio. What was something stupid was said? It's it was Shakespeare Day. They were like, it's Shakespeare Day today, blah blah. And then the other chap says, "Isn't it St George's Day today?" I don't know. So I've got my calendar up. There it was. Letters, obviously, St George's Day. I was like, I didn't even know. So the fact that the radio is saying it's it's Shakespeare Day, not St George's Day, is another kick in the balls to St George. But then the next day, I don't know the presenter's name, but GB News anyway. The ones that try and give actual news and they're not biased to anything in particular necessarily. So he started reporting on it, saying, so the way that the camera footages and that, and other like BBC News and whatever, made it seem like it was riots that were going on, and then it was mass protests, and it was just people in pubs, England flags and stuff, being patriotic, um, and just singing like just the football songs and stuff, trying to have a good time, and then with all of them, the videos that were being spoken about, police end up turning up and beating the shit out of fucking proud English people just because they've got the England flags on and that. And so he's cross referencing with all this, the Iran stuff, Hamas fucking, well, it's not protests, is it? But all these pro terrorism, uh, again, because it's not protest, but when there's,
It's like a march.
yeah,
Yeah.
and meetings and outside of statues and stuff, and the police aren't doing anything, and there's like flares going off, and it just shows the police standing there. But yet, literally, the one of them, there was just a group of people in a pub having a drink, and they're singing "fucking England till I die" or whatever, and then the next minute, the police have come barging in, and they're literally whacking everyone with uh, the
Batons.
batons, and it's so why? Why are you
Mm.
doing that? Like, if you're gonna do it on St George's Day, do it on Paddy's Day as well, then, for the fucking patriotic Irish people. It was absolutely disgusting, and obviously that's what he was saying as well on GB News, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, why? Why is it such uh, a horrible thing to be patriotic for your own country these days? Now, you know, I still see Ukraine flags being flown, which I appreciate. I mean, it's a bit annoying when I'm finding out that Rishi Sunak's given another 400 million to aid them when
Mm.
they still haven't even got the money from the sale of Chelsea,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
billions and billions of pounds. So, that's more tax money going over to them, which fair enough, yeah, to help them fight against Russia. But we can't even have an England flag hanging out the window when there's England football playing without being deemed as racist and that. And
Mm.
it's just annoying. The whole country's come to pot.
It seems the wrong. It's like the upside down world in Stranger Things.
Yeah,
If it's just if it doesn't make sense, it
then
it's
it's right.
happening. Yeah, and then if it and then obviously the opposite. But yeah, it's literally. I understand what you're saying. It's just a crazy time. It's a crazy time to be living in this country and with everything that's going on. Because
Yeah,
you always feel like you're victimizing, you're racist, or something in some way. It seems, but
yeah.
not
It-
racist. But
but that's
do
what
you get what I'm
that's
saying?
what you're made to
Like
feel, though.
if you have the St George's flag out, you're deemed to be a racist. Because I heard someone talk about seeing the St George's flag. They see that as a racist flag. Did you see this?
I've seen
No,
many
yeah.
people over the last couple of years coming out of that. To be
So that's
honest,
why I was just referencing that. But yeah, it is a strange word because it is literally like I said. If it doesn't make sense, it happens. I mean,
yeah,
500 million. Yeah, I'm dodging potholes on the way to work like Mario Kart. Like
yeah.
it's just yeah.
Which that cracks me up because we pay road tax, pay council tax. So why should we have to have an MOT when the roads ain't even looked after? When we're
Uh,
paying the road tax, what's the road tax fucking
yeah.
covering if it's not filling up fucking
Uh,
potholes?
it's just because you got more people taking out than it's going in,
Yeah,
like on
it's
everything. I think that's what's fundamentally wrong with this country. Is too many people taking it out the pot
yeah,
than it's going in. I mean, look, I mean, we're going down a rabbit hole. Yeah,
yeah.
do you know what I
We're not
mean?
a political podcast.
Yeah.
We're not a football podcast. But we'll get on to football again shortly.
Mm.
You know where it's all going, people. You fucking love it. But yeah, it is just crap, and that's why I don't blame anyone that can cheat the system in any shape and form. And I'm not condoning being a lazy fucker and just claiming benefits because you don't want to work. But if you can get away with like a cash and hand job here and there and that, you don't pay your tax on it. Fucking, I'm all for it. I'm fair play to you. But if you're dodging fucking millions of pounds worth because you're a Tory cunt and that, then yeah, you should get done. They're all they're happy to look after themselves, not us.
Mm.
So that's why when I win that Euro Millions tonight, 130 million, You might get a good podcast then.
A production show. Imagine that.
Yeah, you get a full-size studio, fucking
Producer, everything,
yeah,
guests.
better hosts. You know?
Yeah.
Nah, they wouldn't listen then, would they? They come for us.
No, I think it'd be. Imagine that perspective then of you going from like a normal person to being like a millionaire.
Yeah,
So you're knowing about piles. You're like, yeah, I ordered a new Lamborghini. It didn't come, on time. Yeah.
yeah. I wouldn't need to worry about potholes though. I'd have a fucking helicopter.
Yeah.
Helicopter.
Well, you wouldn't live in the UK, would you?
Nah,
I mean,
we'd fucking ship straight out of this shithole.
where would you go?
Not somewhere hot. Can't handle the heat. Well, we spoke about it before. I'd
Yeah.
love to live in Alaska because I'd have loads of fucking dogs and that. Snow dogs, proper dogs. Not no little crappy chihuahuas. Oh, right. We'll get back onto that in a sec.
Hmm.
This is in my head again now. So the other day, got back. Look, I did ask the missus to walk the dog before I fucking got home, but she didn't fucking. This was Sunday because I worked fucking all weekend, so she didn't walk the dog. So I'm taking him out for a little lap because I'm tired. It's been a long day now. So in the park at the back of me, there's the football cage. I've got my headphones on, noise cancelling headphones, so I can't hear too much. But I've heard just this little girl scream at the top of fucking lungs. And I've looked, and she's there holding a scooter, backing away. She's inside the cage, fucking, she's safe. And then she's shouting, "Get that dog! Get that dog! Fucking get him! Get him!" She's like 9, 10 years old, something like that. I fucking felt like kicking her in the head, man. Don't. Luckily, my dog is soft as fuck. He ain't gonna go attack anyone and that. Other dogs have attacked him. He thinks it's playtime and he's not fucking biting them back or anything. But if he was, anxious on loud noises like that, or fucking was an aggressive dog, he'd be straight over. Because I've seen it. They'll react to that kind of thing and go, "Oh, no, what you saying?" So luckily, he's not like that. I've carried on walking, and then I'm assuming it was a little brother. Um, he's come out the other end of the cage, and he's trying to wave at me. Now he might have just wanted to fuss the dog, because a lot of them do. And I don't mind stopping for a moment, let the kids have a little fuss at the dog. But I was already not in the fucking right mood now because of that little bitch. And I'm happy to call her a fucking little bitch because she was. No need to fucking shout all that, being aggressive, saying "get that dog" and that. So again, I wasn't rude to the lad. I just went, "Not today, mate." Carried on walking. Then I got round the corner and I've seen this Asian dude sitting. I'm guessing it was his garden, but sitting on the wall, 2 phones. I don't know if he was talking on one.
Drug dealer found the one, mate.
He didn't look like a drug dealer, to be
Right
fair.
then.
But yeah, so sitting there anyway, and then as I'm walking past, it was so even though it was mainly a brick wall, when you got the metal gates where it's just railings, so there's gaps, but it's got like little mesh netting across it. Little fucking chihuahua bouncing off this fucking gate, and again, mine's thinking, "Oh, another dog, want to play," and this fucking chihuahua is foaming at the mouth, and I'm like, "Shiru, no, come on, doesn't want to play with it. He wants to bite your face off, mate. Come on." And the geezer's standing there looking at me as if my dog's going to do something.
Yeah.
If he wanted to, he'd be over this little fucking gate in no time because literally he's already fucking got his head over it. And I'm like, "Mate, pick up your fucking dog." Oh, sorry. I'm not. You just need to look after, get your dog under fucking control because that is not a fucking a natural reaction. These little fucking chihuahuas shouldn't be aggressive like that. Oh god, I couldn't wait to get back home at that point then. But there's just no need for it. Fucking, well, I walk the dog just to have a chill, not for fucking dramas like that. So, what was I saying now then? What was we on?
So you was referencing what? How far do you want to go back?
Before I started ranting about the fucking walking the dog. Top, millionaires. So
That's it. Yeah.
So be in Alaska, have a few more fucking snow dogs and that. But yeah, we'd have homes all over the gaff, really, wouldn't we? We'd fucking we'd just jet off here and there and just fucking record podcasts everywhere. So every home would have a fucking big
Podcast
studio
studio.
in and that. I mean, yeah, it'd be a big team, wouldn't it? Yeah, but 130 million, you can afford it. Pocket change, any?
You could.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
mate, you'd be fucking literally like the first. Obviously, the missus would be with me, but you'd be the first phone call I'd be fucking making. Well, to be fair, I got two phones. The hotline 07470 488 096. I'd put some credit on it and I'd be fucking ringing up another person as well.
I always thought this would always be a good TV idea. And I don't know if it's ever happened. So if you won the lottery,
Mm.
so someone records you from the moment you've won, and then obviously because if you've won now, obviously TV, you call up.
Yeah,
I don't know how it works exactly, but I assume someone comes to your house, you go to them. But
I'd be
TV,
fucking driving straight there. I
well,
would.
so whatever scenario, but then like obviously film crew films you from the moment you've won there, because obviously then you've got to go back to your house.
Mm.
I assume the money takes 48 hours. I don't think it's instant, and it just then like that build of antipathy.
Anticipation.
Yes, and then obviously realizing that you'll never have to work again, and then seeing how that person then boys, moves out from a modest house into what house does he go for? Do you know what I mean? Because he's never. So you're talking from, and what I'm just trying to say is, I think it brings really interesting to see how the normal person that's never had money
Mm.
get money instantly and how they react. Like, would they go straight into Lamborghini, walk out the door with like a Lamborghini? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or would
Or
they?
would it be
Would
like,
he take a while? Is it a slow burner?
yeah,
So that's what I've always thought. And like you follow them for like 2 years.
mm,
Obviously, it's like 6 part documentary, so it isn't. But you just see the stages of them not used to having the money, then figuring out what to do with the money. It's them like
where they are
just
now.
living it, and it's not a
Yeah.
thing. So I always thought that would be a good idea.
Well, the one that would be a good one of that was that one who was the bin man. And then 12 months later, he blew it all.
The Lotto Lap, the one in Scotland,
I don't know where
Sporting
he was.
Rangers or something, gave Rangers £1 million of his money
He-
as well.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just know that he literally says, like, I've sniffed it all and spent it on
Prostitutes,
fucking
yeah.
prostitutes and that. So, yeah, that'd be a funny one to watch.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, I don't know if that's definitely a Channel 5 one.
Yeah, fucking hosted by Davina
Yeah.
McCall. Fucking,
Yeah.
yeah. I would I want to be a part of that? Because there'd be a lot of people that just literally
Yeah.
would never see me again.
No,
Apart
I
from
know, but obviously
on
it
the
wouldn't.
podcast.
Obviously, it wouldn't come out to 2 years down the line or a year down the line anyway. So everyone that you've known then would either have probably found out or you've lost connection with one way or another. So I just thought like, that'd be a great TV show just because I find it interesting. One, to see how that format works if you winning the money, and then
Yeah.
imagine when you go online. Obviously, I think they give you a private bank account. It ain't going to be your Lloyd's TSB or HSB one. It's going to be like a proper account with the money already set up
Yeah,
in
I
the
wouldn't
account.
trust them to
Yeah,
fucking look
yeah,
after me millions and
yeah.
millions.
So I assume it's like one of the richer people banks.
Yeah, I'd have to get fucking a Swiss account and fucking
Well, that's what I'm saying.
offshore accounts
I
and all
assume
that.
he comes in one of them. I assume that's. I can't see it being in a regular bank like I just said the
Yeah,
Lloyd's.
I think
I think it's going to be in a because footballers they don't have Lloyd's TSB. They have that the fancy one in London, don't they? The one the Queen uses. Queen did use, I should say.
yeah,
Yeah, it's specified
the
for
king
that.
uses now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's specified for that travelling aspect, so you never have to worry about it.
yeah, yeah.
But I just thought that the concept that'd be really good just from seeing
Mm.
someone like imagine when you got the bank account and they go, right, if you need us, call us, here's our number.
Yeah.
And they go out the door and you just like there's a TV crew there and like, can you show us your bank balance? Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? What are you gonna do? I fucking don't know. But like it'd be because imagine there'd be like a 20-year-old that's fucking go out with old beef with the lads for like 2 months pay for everyone to be there. No, and to the old couple that just fucking nothing changes. So
Well, you do find that a lot that it's old retired people that don't need the money win fucking a couple million and that.
because sometimes you hear those voice recordings of people that's won the lottery.
Yeah,
And I heard the most boringest one. He was like, "Oh, and I was like, "Well done, you've won X amount," and I was like, "How are you gonna celebrate?" I think we'll have a cup of tea. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, that's the last thing."
Yeah, well, I think that's literally the National Lottery advert, isn't it? On
Yeah,
like free radio
yeah,
and stuff. Because I've heard that as well. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna have a cup of tea. Fuck off! I'd be
yeah,
fucking like, because yeah, if you've got to wait fucking like 2 days to get your money, all
yeah,
my savings accounts and that are getting fucking
yeah,
empty.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking living it up until the rest of those millions go in.
See, but that might be different to like other people. So I always thought that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck it, yeah, get myself fucking 10 grand worth of debt until like in these
Yeah,
two
just pay it
days,
off.
and I'm like, yeah, fuck that. There's some interest for you, kid.
Yeah.
Fucking have it. Fucking yeah, I'd love it. Uh, yeah, after that fucking fantasy, then we should go on to the correspondence again now. A little question from Lauren. Uh,
Mhm.
what are things that men go through that women either do not understand or have empathy for? So straight away, getting kicked in the bollocks.
Yeah, I mean that does fucking
It's
hurt.
the worst pain ever.
It does fucking
Fucking-
hurt.
it,
It does fucking hurt.
it does, and like it's one of them things that if you see another man get fucking kicked in the bollocks, you feel that pain.
Yeah.
Like I know
Yeah,
it's
you
only
can
in the
feel
mind,
you.
but
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
just know
You
it.
feel for yeah.
Yeah. But other than the jokey aspect of that, really,
I mean, it goes pretty deep. I mean, if what's the,
well, what come to mind when I first read that the other day was touching on what you brought up last week, that Danny Dyer program, What Makes a Man. I think mental health, like, because it is still like a taboo thing for men to talk about their emotions and that. And yeah, just in general, like if you're feeling down, I mean, we've had these hard parts a few times over the years where one of us isn't in the best of place and console each other and whatever. But that's always been hard
mm,
conversations to have as well. Uh, we're out as a group of lads. We'll never all sit there and be like, lads, I'm not in the best place at the moment.
yeah,
Because if we was to do it, we'd all be
yeah. No
fucking,
one's
oh,
that
stop being a
open.
shit geezer,
Yeah, yeah.
fucking just have a
Just
drink,
gonna
man up,
bear
you little
down.
bitch.
Yeah,
Um, so I think, yeah, again, women might do, but I don't know if any women thinking, oh yeah, it's hard to be a man these days, mental health wise or anything. I mean, again, not that I'll ever feel down about anything like that, but sometimes you have the thought thinking, fucking hell, yeah, it's been a hard week. I've got this to do and that to do and that. But that's just general things and that.
yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of those kind of things. My missus doesn't think, oh yeah, I'll take a bit of pressure off the Jay and walk the dog for him, maybe. But that says more about her than it does me, really, doesn't it? But that's not a part of the real talking pod. That's talk about your missus podcast.
mm.
There's a few other podcasts in the works that we're going to work on, really, aren't there? Undertake. We'll get onto it. We'll get onto it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. As I say, like,
Even thinking about it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to think about what because if you deep it, you could probably come up with something because you've been told to not go there.
yeah, again, because that's touching on to that program from last week. What makes a man or whatever it was.
Sorry, you know what? I've got one.
Go on then.
So I know it's changed now, but when we had our daughter Kobe,
Mm.
my partner was entitled to 6 months off work.
Maternity leave,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I could only get two. Now I don't. Obviously, I know
2 weeks though,
two
wasn't it?
weeks,
Yeah,
2 weeks, and a week of that I was in the hospital, so
yeah.
it was a week. So that's the part that I think women not have it easier because obviously carrying the baby, but
Mm.
for me, I would love to have spent more time when she was born.
Yeah,
So maybe that aspect is something, but I know it is a bit more different now.
yeah, it's
And
different, and
for bigger companies, it's probably a bit more even.
yeah, and it's personal circumstances as well, and because
Yeah.
obviously if he was more financially stable and could afford to have another month or two off, then you would have done.
Mm,
Wouldn't have hurt the company that you work for. Um, So yeah, that's always going to be an individual circumstance. But yeah, I suppose that might not be something that other people always
Mm.
think about. I mean, again, I've already had the conversation with mine because if the missus earns good money, I'll happily take some time off and be the stay-at-home dad, the house husband, so to say. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I suppose it. I think it's different for the younger generation of men for what would be because they are more emotional and in touch with their inner
I think they're
feelings and
more
stuff.
open and that.
Yeah, so yeah, I suppose it's just harder for us because we're on the back end of that old school mentality where like men keep things bottled up,
Yeah.
which I still do. I definitely do. Apart from fucking road rage, we shout at every cunt on the road.
And
Fucking,
that's where it all comes out, don't it? Road rage.
suppose so. Fucking
Because Leo, he almost went into me.
yeah, yeah.
If
Look,
someone almost bumped into the street, it's like nothing. But
nah, to be
because you're in a
fair, I
vehicle,
mean, I'm like it when I'm walking around. As it's, so no, it isn't just road rage for me now. I'm actually thinking about. I'm walking around doing my fucking food
mm,
shop, and someone will just be like, just stop and stand in the way, or when they just don't. Literally, when they do just stop, they don't look to see if someone's behind them before
yeah,
stopping.
they've
They'll
got
just
no
stop. I'm like,
perception.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, and I guess we're both stopping then. I'll say my thoughts out loud a lot of the time because I don't give a shit. And I don't know, I suppose I'm just waiting for that
Mm.
confrontation one of the days so I can just go, let's fucking go then. Because it has been years since I've had a scrap. Not that I want to have a fight or anything, but, again, it's just primal instincts, and
Yeah.
sometimes men have just got to throw fists. Um, yeah, but I don't think I've ever had a drive, especially in recent years, where I've gone from A to B and not shouted at someone,
Mm.
called them a cunt or something. Um, I don't always bib, but I like to give a thumbs down. So mainly it's as I'm on the motorway and I'm undertaking people, not speeding undertaking, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm driving the right way. I'm in the left lane. I've overtaken, gone back to the left lane, and then it's those lane hoggers in 2, 3, or 4 just sitting there, and
Mm.
I'll speed match them. So I'll slow down just for a second to make that eye contact and just a little thumbs down and shake my head, just so they know that I'm disappointed. I'm not happy with them. And then a few times, as I'll like speed up again back to 70, they'll fucking like speed up next to me.
Mm.
And they'll try and give me a bit of shit, and that's when it goes from a thumbs down to a middle finger up. Sometimes it'll be a wanker or a cunt, and yeah,
They're the worst ones though when their motorway is empty as well. Just
yeah,
come up, just mid line, like why?
yeah. Well, driving back late last night, was it? Yeah, last long. So again, not that I'm really speeding. I won't say what I was doing, but I wasn't speeding. The van's not fast anyway. Uh, but so I've gone onto the motorway. I've gone past these two cars. One was a white BMW, and as I've gone around him, so he was doing the right thing. I'm guessing it was a he. I didn't. It was dark.
Die.
Fuck him. So the driver was doing the right thing. They were in lane one. The other driver was in lane two. Wasn't overtaking anyone. So I'm behind the white BMW, indicated lane two, and then I've seen that the BMW wanted to come over as well because they didn't want to
Yeah.
undertake. So I've gone straight over to three, then gone past. Then as I've overtook lane two, lane one, move around, move back to the left. But then the BMW started speed matching me, and I'm thinking, is this fucking undercover police? And so I'm making sure that I'm not going any
Yeah.
faster because I was going faster than them, hence why I was going to overtake. But then I'm thinking, because I do get it a lot where people don't like being overtaken by a van, and so they'll speed up and try and overtake again. So I'm thinking, oh, am I going to get pulled? Am I going to get? And then as I'm coming off at the junction, they've stayed right and fucking gone off to another one, and I've got off my way. But yeah, it was squeaky bum time for a little bit because I was, oh fucking hell, they're really following me.
Mm.
Yeah, well, yeah, fucking drivers, too many fucking shit ones. So yeah, thanks for the question,
Yeah.
Lauren.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I can't think of anything else that you might be not give a shit about fucking men's
Mm.
feelings for maybe. Question from Riley. do guys talk about girls behind their backs?
What, in what sense?
Well, I think in general, no. They probably do, but there's nothing that I say to you that I wouldn't say to my missus.
No,
And
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
we don't really gossip about girls and that. I know we used to
No,
have the conversations, like, oh yeah, she was fucking nice or whatever. But if it's ones that we know, we don't really have a conversation about them that we wouldn't say to the faces.
no, I agreed. No, I agreed. No, I agree with that statement there, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to say that that's everyone, again, because it might be different with the younger generations. But yeah, I think in general, most of us are just comfortable. We'll talk about whatever. There's no locker room talk like what uh, they might think that we're all fucking having it. Yeah, who's fucking banging this bird? Blah blah. Like it's not like that.
Uh,
Like there is sometimes that conversation, but it's not all the time.
so
You know.
just touch on that other, obviously, Lauren's question. You kind of just keep it to yourself a lot, don't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Again, because I remember having a conversation before. Like a lot of the time, uh, so again, like I've done several times on just this episode alone. I'll say something initially, intentionally slagging off the missus, because she's done something I'm not happy of. And I remember one of the other lads saying before, mate, all you ever do is moan about her. Why are you even with her? And my response straight away was, well, I'm not going to sit here at the pub, tell you about all the good times that we're
Mm,
sitting there having a cuddle,
yeah.
watching the
Yeah.
TV, having a great
I had
time,
a, yeah, I had a,
because no one wants to hear that conversation.
any mad though, like if you was to come and go, I had a great night, we come in, we had a takeaway, we snuggled, we had a little kiss,
Yeah.
I would go, gay.
Well, that's it, though, innit? Oh, fucking, God, what did you do next? Rub her feet? I did actually, yeah. Like, no, we
Oh, you
don't want
rubbed the face.
we don't want them conversations, and
Yeah.
it's a part of the crack. Then, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, fucking, I'm out having a laugh. Yeah, my missus done this, pissed me off. Fucking, this is funny. I'll tell them about
Mm,
this, and that's it. And yeah, I don't think he realised what he'd said until I says that. Then, and he was
yeah.
like, "All right, yeah, fair enough, Jack." But he's just used to fucking licking stamps and posting them off, though, and so he doesn't know about it. No relationship status for him. So yeah, if we're completely different breed, obviously because of genitals. Compared to women, we don't need to have those
Mm.
gossipy behind the backs, because I've always found that annoying as well. Why that women are slag other women off, like behind the back,
And then be
and
like,
then they'd be
on
best
a night
friends to
out,
the
best
faces and
friends,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fucking does my head in that. Well, used to fucking. I don't know. Again, that might not still happen. Might have just been a thing, during our time back in the day. But yeah, thanks for the questions on that. Now I do have to get on to the final football section of the podcast,
Oh,
because
no.
we all know where it's going. But firstly, yeah, Lee's fucking on it. James is going to be gutted again. Lol. Liverpool are done for. Lol. So it leads me on to James. James has sent two emails in this week.
Mm,
Um,
he's been good for it.
I don't need to say too much, to be fair. Like, with him, I didn't email him this time either. I didn't give him no shit. I might have crossed the line in his eyes with me initiating a fucking banter last week. But yeah, I know it was the week before I emailed him, wasn't it? So yeah, his first email was, "So you're happy being a dickhead? Fair enough. Uh, that WhatsApp lad can fuck off along with your Undertake podcast."
What's up?
So yeah,
Uh,
Lee, a bit of
what's
bad
up,
news,
Lee?
mate. Fucking James doesn't like you. And then his other email was, "Leave it with your abuse about this week's results."
Yeah.
Um,
He knew
yeah,
you was good for it this week, mate.
yeah, because he's come with it on his initial email. He's expecting me to come out with how terrible Liverpool were. You know how they got humbled against Everton. The fact that Jurgen Klopp was smiling when they conceded the second goal was a shame, a shambles. Bottle jobs, Jurgen's bottle jobs. You know, terms that I've come out with over the past few weeks because Liverpool have been playing shit. But I'm not gonna this week. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna stoop down to that this time, James. Sorry, I will get your name right. No, I don't need to. You know, you're obviously in so much pain.
Give him some breathing space, man.
Yeah, you know, you can just stay there cuddling into your Liverpool quilt and pillow and just have a breather this week, mate. You know, don't worry about me coming at you with any digs. You know, it's all in good jest, mate. You just take it easy. And yeah, I'll save it for next week when West Ham batter you tomorrow as well, kid. God, I mean, again, it's been one of those weeks with football, hasn't it? Really. No one expects Liverpool to lose so many games and play shit so much, but
No.
they have done. That's football. That's the Premier League. You know, United were on the cusp of it again the other night. 1-0 down, pulled it back. 2-1 down, pulled it back, and then ended up going on for the win at the end. You know, I expected to lose against Coventry last weekend as well in the FA Cup semi-final. I just felt like it beforehand. I don't know if I said it on last week's episode as well, but I wasn't feeling good because I've seen Coventry, seen enough of them this season, know all about them. Obviously, I live there. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting much, and I was listening to I was working, but I was listening to the game. And, yeah, I just expected it. I was shocked that we went up to 3-0, but I turn around and says to the lads, they score, the momentum's behind them, and the crowd's going to be behind them as well. So they're going to pull it back. Lo and behold, they did. Again, got a bit of luck with offside goal disallowed. You know, debatable. We should have had a penalty as well, but you know, game was over. Won on penalties was what it was. Still might as well just hand it straight to fucking Man City already. There's no point playing that final. It's just a waste of time, waste of everyone's fucking energy. But yeah, I mean, it's better to be in it than not, eh? You know, yeah, it's an interesting fucking end to the season anyway. Arsenal, I mean, last night, again, working late and that, but I saw it because by the time I got back, I could have watched the end of the Man City game, but 3-0 at half time, I was like, there's no point fucking watching it. Because what was that 5-0 in the end? I don't even know.
I saw
it at 4.
Yeah, I can't remember. I remember going online, just seeing what the score was, and I was like, "That's fucking done."
Yeah, I saw it at 4, and I was like, I'm not even going to check again. Yeah, I can't see Man City again. We've said it enough. Can't see Man City losing a game the rest of this season.
Especially with there's no Champions League now.
Yeah, Arsenal have got the Arsenal got the harder run out of Arsenal Liverpool. I think to be fair, it's down to United to do Arsenal a favour and fucking let them win against them in a couple of weeks when they play, just for the sake of not letting, well, for the hopes of Man City slipping, but I just can't see that happening.
No.
Yeah, I think we just need these fucking allegations to come out against them, the charges of the 115, just so there can be a bit of fucking normality when they get thrown out of the fucking football league. But that ain't going to happen because did you see when the other week they were trying to change the rules that you could break all these FFP and basically just pay a fine?
No, I didn't see that.
So I think obviously it's all fucking alleged. I've not seen any background to it, but I think essentially it's fucking Man City paying people to come up with new rules for it. So it would just mean if these 115 charges got proved guilty, they'd have to pay like 150 million fine.
Well, it's nothing for them, is it?
Yeah, they'd get divvied up between the rest of the fucking Premier League teams. It's like, it doesn't matter because the fucking oil money owner's just going to pay it out of his own fucking pocket, and then they'll do it again next year. And that would open. It was voted out. You know, the likes of the Evertons and all that fucking voted against it anyway. So hopefully it doesn't come into play anytime soon. But yeah, it just opened the floodgates because Newcastle, their owners are the richest in the fucking the league. But because Newcastle don't earn enough, they can't put it through the books. Man United will still be shit because Glazers ain't going to put their hand in the pocket. They're skint anyway, really. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe, it doesn't seem like he's going to put enough of his own money. He wants to fucking do it like a business. So, United would still be shit, basically. If that happens, then it will literally just be fucking Man City and Newcastle, I think, then at the top two. And it will be league over. It's hard time for football, really. But I think next season's going to be interesting. Emery's signed 3-year extension at Villa. So if they do get a Champions League football, a couple of players, they'll be fucking a solid team for a couple of years, I reckon.
Behind them,
yeah. I still can't believe there's been no talks about fucking Poch getting a sack though. Arsenal battering them 5-0, and then
I
the
think
next day
everyone
in the
knows
paper,
it's the players. I think it's like Man U. You know it's the players. Like
Yeah.
you just know.
But the media is still all over Ten Hag saying he should get
Yeah.
sacked and that, and but none of them saying it against Poch. And then it was literally the next day. He's got the backing from everyone. All the players love him. Blah blah.
Yeah, because they let him. It must be letting them do what they want.
Yeah.
Because they're getting away with so much bollocks.
Yeah. So if they manage to screw their heads on for next season, they should be up there. If Newcastle, they've been unfortunate with fucking injuries, but they're going to have a couple of FFP, but there'll be a couple of their big players that will move on next season. Because I know Man City are on up Ramirez as well, so he's been one of their best players over the last 2 years. Well, and then Arne Slot is in the running for Liverpool's next manager. So James, let us know how you feel about that, mate. Have you actually looked into him? Do you know anything about him? Or are you just going to jump on the bandwagon like the rest of the plastic Reds and fucking just say, yeah, we love him. He's our new saviour. I remember seeing it all about Eric Ten Hag before fucking United took him. The masterclass and this and that. I'm seeing this about Arne Slot. I've not watched enough of Feyenoord to know what he's like, really. It's just what I'm seeing on Sky Sports and that. Sexy football and this and that. So it'd be interesting. Is he going to bring in a new style of player, or is he going to keep it the same way as Jurgen's, like the way he's built it up? So Liverpool will either have a new manager bounce and fucking go and win it next year, or they'll just fucking plummet down and go back to 8th place like they deserve to be. So hopefully I haven't offended you too much, James. Let us know your feelings. Tell us your emotions. Don't feel shy about it, mate. Let it go. Let it all out. When you've stopped crying, draw your fingers and send us an email in, mate. Or text us, WhatsApp us if you want to get onto it, mate. 07470 488 096. You all know the drill. I've said it enough times this episode, but never enough because we don't get enough. We appreciate everyone that does message and email and all that, but we do want more.
Yes.
There's a lot of yous out there, which I get it. I don't email or text. Well, we're the only ones that have a hotline to get in touch with.
Yes.
So,
we don't want to keep throwing in your faces, but obviously, as JD said, sharing is caring.
Yeah, we appreciate it all. You know what to do. It's just to say, I do it. I mean, everyone that I listen to, I do subscribe or follow or whatever. And always download. Because I'm always on the go. I've got to make sure I don't.
Make sure you've got the signal.
Yeah, I'm not in an area that hasn't got signal, so I've got it downloaded to the phone, ready to just get into my ear holes straight away. Make sure you all do the same. Send in any questions and text messages, stories, anything you've got. Ghost stories, we ain't had one of them for a long time. So,
we do have a good ghost story.
If any of you have got a ghost story, James, I don't need it from you about your Liverpool players ghosting it on the pitch. I apologise. I said I wasn't going to be nasty, and that was nasty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But I've had McTominay and Man United's squad all season, so I know a good ghost story from time to time. Scooby Doo. But we'll leave it at that. Love yous and leave yous as always. I hope you enjoyed it. Yep. Share, log, follow, fucking all that jazz. You know what to do. And we shall see you next week. Peace.
Grab your headphones, get ready to groove. Ash and JD will make your mood improve. Banter that's waiting, oh so sly. Their chemistry's electric, you can't deny. You can't deny. Can't deny.